The hallway of Riverview High echoed with the late morning bell, a sound that usually meant chatter, laughter, and the shuffle of sneakers against polished floors. But today, something colder moved through the air. Maya Carter, a 17-year-old girl born with spinal muscular atrophy, rolled her wheelchair toward the library. Her backpack hung slightly crooked, one strap torn but patched with a piece of purple cloth that said, "Dreamer." She was quiet but never weak. Her eyes carried a softness that disguised the strength she had built from years of being different. As she rolled forward, a group of boys, the self-crowned kings of the hallway, leaned against the lockers. At their center stood Dylan, the football team star, with arrogance plastered on his face like a trophy he never earned. He flicked his can of soda, whispered something to his friends, and then, as Maya passed, kicked a backpack into her wheels. The chair jolted. The soda splashed. The laughter exploded. In seconds, Maya was on the floor, the metallic clatter of her chair echoing louder than any scream. A teacher's voice echoed somewhere, but nobody really saw. They all just watched. Some with pity, some with silence, and silence, as always, was the loudest betrayal. From the other side of the hall, Tiana Brooks froze. Her heart clenched as she watched Maya struggle to lift herself. Tiana had transferred just 2 weeks ago, a black girl with braids dyed honey gold, carrying the weight of 1,000 stares and whispers. New girl, loud one, the fighter. But she wasn't a fighter anymore. At least, she had promised her mom she'd stop. Last year she'd been suspended for breaking a bully's nose. Use your voice, not your fists, her mom had said. But seeing Maya lying there, her notebook pages scattered, her dreamer patch torn, something deep in Tiana's chest started to burn. Not anger. Not yet. It was the memory of every time she had been told to stay quiet. She stepped forward slowly, helping Maya up, her hand shaking but gentle. Maya's voice trembled. It's okay, I'm used to it. That sentence broke something inside Tiana. Used to it? How many times had the world taught kind people to get used to pain? She clenched her fists not to fight, but to hold back the storm. When the principal came, the boys had already disappeared. They always did. Maya was sent to the nurse's office. Tiana followed, even skipping her next class. The nurse wrapped a bandage around Maya's scraped arm, but the girl smiled through tears. I don't want trouble, Tiana whispered. You already got trouble. You just didn't start it. There was silence. Then Maya said softly, You don't have to help me. Tiana looked at her, eyes sharp, voice steady. Yeah, but I want to. 30 minutes later, as the sun hit the courtyard, the same boys laughed near the bleachers, tossing chips, spitting words like daggers. Tiana walked past once, twice, pacing, her heart punching her ribs. Don't, she told herself. Don't start another fight. But then she saw Maya again, sitting alone under a tree, trying to fix her broken wheel, pretending not to hear the laughter aimed at her. That's when the storm broke. Tiana walked straight toward the boys. Her sneakers hit the ground like thunder. Dylan smirked. What's up, new girl? You lost? Tiana's voice didn't shake. You think she's weak because she's in a chair? Try picking on someone who can stand. The boys laughed again, until Tiana stepped closer. Her voice rose like fire. You think power is hurting people who can't fight back? Let me show you what real power looks like. She didn't swing first. She didn't have to. The truth in her voice made them step back. A crowd began to form, phones out, whispers spreading like wind. That's the new girl. Tiana took Maya's notebook from the ground and handed it back to her, her eyes never leaving Dylan's. Apologize, she said. Right here. Right now. Dylan snorted. To her? Tiana took one step forward. To yourself, maybe. Because if you can't, that means you're smaller than the girl you pushed. Something in her words cracked the laughter around them. One of Dylan's friends mumbled, Man, just chill. But Dylan didn't. He tried to push past her, shoulder-checking her side. The moment froze. Tiana grabbed his wrist, twisted it just enough to make him stumble, not fall, not break, just enough to remind him he wasn't untouchable. "This isn't a fight," she said quietly. "This is a lesson." She let go, turned, and wheeled Maya away herself, leaving the crowd stunned. Later that day, the video hit social media. Not because there was violence, there wasn't, but because a girl in a wheelchair and a girl who refused to bow had rewritten what strength looked like. In the comments, "That's real courage," I cried. "I wish I had friends like that." Maya and Tiana sat by the bus stop as the sunset painted the sky gold. "Why did you do that?" Maya asked. Tiana smiled. "Because you reminded me what fighting really means." Maya looked down, her hands resting on her wheels. "What does it mean?" "It means standing up, even if standing looks different for you and me." As the bus rolled in, the wind caught the patch on Maya's backpack, Dreamer, fluttering like a tiny flag of victory. The school might forget what happened, the bullies might pretend nothing changed, but the hallway that once echoed with laughter had heard something new today: courage. And somewhere, behind a glowing screen, thousands of viewers watched their story unfold, some with tears, some with fire in their hearts, and one quiet voice saying, "If they can fight back, so can I." Clapperboard, if this story touched your heart, don't forget to subscribe. Every click tells the world that kindness still wins, courage still matters, and that sometimes the quietest people carry the loudest strength.